Alright. So, I was just watching some scary videos and I was like getting really scared. So I thought I'd react to them with you guys. Because you know, that's what people do whenever they're scared, so we're gonna watch some scary videos I find, and yeah, I'll add them to my playlist so you can watch them if you want to, and head back and do whatever. Now, I am going to credit both of the YouTubers featured in this video. First, obviously, Eddie. And then second one, this guy. So, what he does is he like he does horror stuff. It's a very underrated channel. Mine is too, so please subscribe to me and him. He has 16 videos out. And let's watch this behind the scenes first.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
In September of 2022, I was wandering around my school's campus with an old camera I had picked up at a flea market. I was trying to take some interesting looking photos, and at some point I decided to enter an elevator, in which I found a floor I'd never been to before. Basement. Maybe it was just because of the mood I was in, or maybe it was the lack of people, but for whatever reason, the basement just felt odd. While I was wandering around, it was a few hours after classes had ended. I was relatively certain that apart from somebody practicing piano on the top floor, I was one of the only people in the building. All I could really hear were the natural background sounds you don't usually listen to, like the elevator door closing behind me, or my footsteps echoing down the hallway as I walked. The place just made me kind of nervous, and since I had that old camera with me, I took it out and started to record myself as I explored. And I naturally started to really freak myself out with it. I tried to imagine the scariest things could possibly happen. The elevator breaks. All the stairways that lead out are locked. This is a pretty remote area of the school, and I know that no one's going to really come down here for the next few days until class starts again on Monday. But then again, that's how long it takes to die of thirst. How long am I going to be stuck down here? My flashlight dies, then my camera goes. The lights in the hallway already don't work. Then I start to hear sounds. I first think they're the pipes, but they slowly get louder, stranger, and I'm stuck. I got nowhere to go, and all I'm really left with is the dim green glow of the exit signs. As I imagined this whole situation unfolding, I couldn't help but start to pretend that it was actually happening to me, and it really got under my skin. I was terrified, but also at the same time kind of excited, because that whole situation I'd imagined and all the fear that came with it had just been caught on camera. It sat on my camera for a while, then I added some sounds and put it in iMovie, edited it together, then I was done. Each video took more setup than the last. They steadily got more elaborate, and over time, people started to ask a lot of questions as to how I did some of this stuff. So in this video, there are a few elements I wanted to address. One of the questions I've been asked the most is how I seemingly had control over the school's fire alarm system. And the answer to that question is actually pretty simple. I never did. In the final video, titled Emergency Exit, I used a strobe light set to its lowest setting and just placed it throughout the building in various cuts, and then added the sound of the alarm afterwards. Those few seconds at the very end, when I'm outside and look back at the main building and you see all the alarms going off, was actually the product of a very conveniently timed fire drill. I was recording the second to last video. I had already had the alarm sequence planned out by this point, then completely out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. I know it's just a drill, and as I was making my way out, I decided to turn around, get a few seconds of footage, and those sat pretty much unused on my camera for a few months until the time came to use them in the finale.
That fire alarm switch I pulled in episode 3 was never actually connected to anything. I was given permission to take it by the school's maintenance staff after they finished this old renovation project. There were a lot of unused construction materials, and among the things they were discarding was this fire alarm still in the box.
I was able to take that back to the shop, tear all the electronics out the back, which left me with just this flat metal surface, and then use a loop of Gorilla Tape to literally tape this heavy fire alarm to the wall. Another aspect of this series that seems complicated but is actually quite simple is the sound. I'll admit that the sounds of the monster in the first two videos are more afterthoughts than anything else. Immediately after I finished recording the videos, I'd turn on the lights and just use whatever I could find nearby to make sounds that, while not necessarily scary on their own, would be terrifying to hear echoing down the dark, seemingly empty hallway. I did a ton of different things to make new sounds for each video, and most of the time it was something really simple, like dropping random objects on the floor or running my fingernails along a metal banister somewhere. But eventually I found two sounds that really stuck out to me. The first of these sounds was which is essentially just me running the backs of my fingernails across the wires in an open piano. I did not expect it to come out that scary. The second sound, which turned up a bit later, was made with a music stand. I placed the thing on the floor and extremely lightly pushed it either backwards or forwards, and it would make this god-awful scraping sound as it went across the tiles. Believe it or not, a lot of the audio mixing here was actually done with iMovie presets. There were some audio settings here and there that allow you to make sounds sound like they're echoing from like a large room or a cathedral. And in this series, it was extremely effective at making sounds feel like they're coming far away when in reality they were recorded right next to the camera. For the more physical parts of the monster, like the tendrils seen growing from above the ceiling in a few episodes, all I really did was use some paracord and some red electrical wire. I'd tie it to a pipe above the ceiling somewhere, usually a sprinkler pipe, and then secure it to the wall using clear packaging tape. This tape actually proved to be somewhat annoying because it would reflect my flashlight in many of the shots, and I'd oftentimes be down there for like a half hour to an hour just recording that one like 2-second clip over and over, trying to get a single shot where the tape doesn't reflect in an abundantly obvious way.
I saw the tape reflect.
The blood seen during some of the deaths was, for the most part, just a quick coat of stage blood. I opted for the syrup-based stuff that's meant to stick to the skin rather than drip, mainly because the more liquidy kind was a bit more expensive and only came in these really big jugs that I didn't really have space for and didn't need. I put in a bit more effort for the last episode and decided to incorporate some liquid latex. This worked pretty well and made some scenes, like pulling that tendril out, look genuinely painful. The only problem is the latex didn't match my skin tone perfectly. It's kind of expensive to get it matched, and unless it was shown from an extremely specific angle, it looked extremely obvious that I just painted something onto my skin. I think it took me 3 days to get the angle right to actually hide the discrepancy there. Some of the scenes where I went out of bounds, so to speak, like when I was above the ceiling or in the crawl space or even on top of the elevator, were actually filmed in entirely different locations than the rest of the series. When the last frame of one clip matches the first frame of another, it makes them look like they're just one continuous video. I use that editing trick a lot in the scene where I climb up on top of the elevator. There wasn't even an actual ceiling hatch there, I just made it seem like there was. When I brought the camera close to the ceiling, I'd aim my flashlight away, resulting in pitch darkness, and then add the sounds of the hatch being opened in post. From there, I'd stop recording, move to an elevator I had a bit more access to in a whole separate building, and then start recording the scenes that take place on top from there, all while making it seem like it's on the same elevator.
had a really wonderful time making this series. I definitely don't plan to stop making videos now that this first one's over. I have a few ideas for the next one bouncing around, nothing's final yet, and I don't want to reveal too much, but I think some of them have real promise. I should be able to step things up a lot now that I've got some experience under my belt. I'm also considering releasing a few one-off horror shorts in the meantime, probably found footage, while I work on the next series, so definitely stay tuned for those. They should come out a lot faster than usual, because they'll take a bit less than a few months to make. I can't possibly thank you all enough for your feedback and support, seriously. Your comments really kept me going. This series was an entirely solo venture, and working on it alone really dragged at times, especially with some of the more complicated scenes towards the end. It wasn't entirely unusual for me to spend up to a week recording and editing a scene that, in the end, was only a few seconds long. I found myself considering scrapping some really cool ideas in the interest of making things easier, but when I did that, I looked back at your comments and they'd encouraged me to keep going, and look at the result. I was able to achieve so much more than I thought I was capable of, and seriously, thank you all so much. I'm looking forward to making some more stuff in the future. I'll see you all then.
If you want to build an app and have no...
I will put the link, if you want, in the chat so you can watch this guy on your own. But I am not going to continue to watch him.
Can you watch The Man in the Suit? Watch The Man in the Suit. Video 7 asking Eddie to react to the smile tapes for The Man in the Suit. React to The Man in the Suit. Day number 8, day number 7, day number 6. Oh, that person's been asking every day. Eddie, watch The Man in the Suit. It's an amazing analog horror. Watch The Man in the Suit. Watch The Man in the Suit. Awesome vid, but can you please react to The Man in the Suit? Video 6 asking Eddie to react to The Man in the Suit. Please watch The Man in the Suit. React to The Man in the Suit. Day number 8, day number 7, day number 6. Oh, that person's been asking every day. Eddie, watch The Man in the Suit. It's an amazing... Man in the Suit. React to The Man in the Suit.
Hello? 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 Alright, my mic's working. Anyway, we're gonna watch this now.
Bro, The Man in the Suit, 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 The Man in the Suit. Okay, all right. I'll watch The Man in the Suit. It's a Godzilla horror, but it's an analog horror. It's a series. All right, let's do it. Welcome back to the world's scariest everything? Question mark? In the world? It's been a minute since I've done one of the... My English is not working today. Look, I'm just chilling. It's late at night. I just want to be spooked. So let's check out The Man in the Suit. I'm trusting y'all on this. I'm trusting you. Okay. Godzilla Incident, 1954. Godzilla Analog Horror. I'm turning this up. Turn up your headphones, Conan. Don't be hiding in the comments. Let's see what this is about, all right? Why does this look familiar? I feel like I've been here before. So, are we looking at like a Like an old Godzilla movie? Wait, does this imply there was a man inside the suit of the Godzilla suit? The person in the Gojira suit was unknown at the time. Right, there had to have been a man in the suit. I never even thought about that. But the story of the actor with Gojira is odd. This is a photo of him in the suit. Where is he? I didn't see a man in the suit. Here is another picture. Yeah, how does that work? Godzilla's big as shit. I thought it was like an animatronic thing. He got the acting job of being and wearing the Gojira suit. Gorgia. Is that how you say it in Japanese? Gojira. No. And the actor fell in love with it. He would wear the suit most of the time to the point that you never saw his actual face. A Toho producer said. Oh, we're doing news reports now. Even when we take breaks, he would just wear the suit. The suit would sometimes heat up, but he didn't care. An actor on the set said. It was like if he was addicted to the suit. Like if it's calling his name, said a Toho producer. It has gotten to the point where he brings the suit home, even though we tell him not to, said the co-director. All right. He wouldn't really speak a lot, but he would say,
Markets are a wild ride? Don't just sit aside. Trade futures with plus 500 on the most...
that his name is Goji, basically the nickname we gave to the suit. Gojira. I got you. The last time he was seen on set, he was acting in the suit until he just stopped. This is the photo that was taken. He stopped acting in the suit. Several minutes later, he would start to walk and stop yet again. His breathing was muffled, yet he was also breathing oddly. Oh, God. The director thought this was a joke, poking at him to get back in place, but he wouldn't budge. Okay, I guess, yeah, they had to use an actor inside the suit, and then they used, like, miniatures to, like, for them to destroy and shit. After 2 odd minutes of oddly breathing, he would tell people to check on him and to make sure he takes off the suit. This was the photo someone took before the person on the right saw what was inside. What was in there? So he never took off the suit. No one actually ever saw him come out of the suit. The man opened the costume to see that he was growing into the suit. His flesh would simply rip away as he tried to open the pocket where the actor would enter the suit. Oh, he's like turning into the lizard himself. The suit was now his skin. No mames, güey. No mames. For real? Somehow his body deformed to the point he was feeling the inside of the suit. Oh, I want to see a picture of that. I'm curious now. Oh, that's bright. This is what they expected. What did they expect? Right. Just a dude in the suit at that scale. Yeah, they expected a... And what did they see? What did they actually see? Show me. This is what they found. Show me. I want to see. Oh! Ew! They turned Homie into a pigeon. They turned him... What the f***? Why does he look like one of those, like, T-Rex hand grip things? Like the ones that you use to, like, pick things up with the little T-Rex mouth? Ollie, put a picture of it right here. Dude, why does he look like that? Well, I guess Godzilla is a dinosaur looking... No shit. Oh, look at his skull, bro. How would he... Well, I guess His life just became a little more inconvenient after the suit. It's gonna be really hard for him to pick things up. He can't even do jumping jacks anymore. It's more like just jumping jays, not jacks. Can't do the full thing. It's like little tiny... All right. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be scary. I'm sorry. You're a little too close, my boy. Step back a little bit. Get back. Thank you. All right, there's more to the series. There's the Anguiryu suit incident. See, I only watched the original Godzilla with my dad. I never really watched... I might have seen... I know of the universe, but I never actually, like, sat down and paid attention to any of the Godzilla, the old school stuff. So I'm not familiar with, like, all of the names. Not one, but two of the most terrifying creatures ever loosed on man. Each a raging, unkillable horror. Both on a rampage to stun your every sense. Gigantist fire monster. Born to destroy each other. But first, they'll destroy the world. They just want to set shit on fire and shit. Oh, there goes the Japanese person's home.
The fantastic fire monsters raging out of the flaming bowels of hell. Mighty
I was just interrupted by another narrator.
whole cities in its wrath. And deadly Anguirus, screaming its challenge of mortal combat.
Here we go. Here comes Anguirus, the big turtle guy.
Scenes and sights and sensations
The original Bowser.
beyond any-
Uh-oh. This is another person in the suit. The man in the Gojira suit still came along for the next movie. If they stopped and told anyone about the suit man, Toho would have been sued and ridiculed for keeping such a disgusting creation, so they decided to keep him out of the public eye so they could bank off of the success of Gojira. I knew it was Gojira, they just misspelled it last time. That's what it was. All right, so they kept the other man. Toho wanted to find out the ultimate cause for all of this. Actually, though, the man in the suit has been examined by private doctors. The doctors weren't really sure about the cause, saying it might be a pill, but they weren't certain. What they were certain about was the outcome. Whatever he took or had made his skin and flesh inflate in the inner suit, melting and fusing together. Somehow, the outside of the suit was now his skin. Oh, so Godzilla was actually just it was just a man-sized dinosaur thing. His bones were rearranged inside to match with the height of the suit. That's kind of gross. It's just like a 7 foot tall lizard thing. He can somehow feel the outer layer of the suit as if it was his own skin. Ugh. I mean, you don't need tanks for that. You just need another dude to beat him up. It turned out that he could see out of the eye sockets of the suit, but his eyes were bloodshot. Oh, that's creepy, bro. Thinking that could be a man? An actual man looking at you like that? He looks a little hungry. What does he eat? Like bugs and stuff? His eyes were bloodshot. Oh, God, that actually looks pretty freaky. How I'd look at my chicken tendies at 3 a.m. God, now I'm hungry. The name for the actor who plays Anguirus is blank. Why are they leaving my boy blank? I want to know. People on set noticed how he was odded out by the man in the suit. No one cared to tell him what happened and what he had become. This guy's gonna become a fucking turtle. The man in the Gojira suit was very cooperative. Even after losing his vocal cords, he could still make noises like one of an animal. Oh, so like the suits are just turning people into the suit itself? That's like some FNAF type shit. Except a lot grosser? Yeah. Everything would go great until the last scene they had to do where they would both fight. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. So what happens in a fight between a man who's turned into actual literal Godzilla and a turtle man who hasn't turned into a turtle yet? And here we go. Oh, shit. We got Godzilla, the man in the suit who actually turned into the suit, and the actual another man in another suit who hasn't turned into the full suit. Who will win? Okay, let's see this. Show me something weird, bro. I want to see some shit. I want to see some... They just tear shit up. All right. Kaiju fight! Kaiju fight! Oh, is he actually going to try to eat him? Oh, he is! Oh! That's a dude! He's... Oh! Why is he bleeding? He tried to eat the dude inside the turtle suit. The man in the Gojira suit would chomp on the actor's head, making him bleed profusely. This was never a part of the script. Oh, they're turning actual scenes from the old Godzilla movies into, like, analog horror? Is that what this is? The actor would yell painfully for help as the teeth clamped into his head. Oh, seconds later, the actor would stop moving. Yeah, you just got chomped on by a 7-foot man lizard.
What?
Oh, God! Cabby!
I brought you something special.
I'm watching Godzilla fight Anguirus, and the man in the suit, in the Godzilla suit, turned into actual Godzilla.
Oh my god.
Like, do you want to see his bone structure?
Sure.
That's what he turned into inside the suit.
Ew.
Do you see? His life just became a little more inconvenient. He's got T-Rex hands now.
Aww, poor fella. He's gonna need one of those grabby things.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So what'd you bring me today? What is this?
I finally did it. I made you authentic Mexican enchiladas, and I did it. I'm proud of myself. You should be proud of me too. Yes.
Really?
Can I kiss? Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Oh, that smells delicious. Can I get a Mexorcist sauce? Even though this has sauce already?
That I made myself, but he puts that shit on everything.
I go through like two bottles a week.
Yeah, we've already gone through a couple.
I put it on every meal. The sauce you made is good, Gabriela, but don't walk away. Hold on. We're just testing here. All right. Here we go. You can't go wrong with more sauce.
How is it?
Try it. Come on.
They actually go really well together. Holy shit.
I told you.
All right, enjoy, baby.
I love you.
This game, you're not ready for.
That was delicious, muchachos. Check out the boys' hot sauce coming soon. Link in the description. Hungryboy. Oh, madre, we show me.
Check on my face, actually.
Oh, God. That's freaky looking, man. Look at his eyes. I don't like that. He's got like a really bumpy neck. That fool looking ribbed as on that neck, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that noise. Are we gonna see the bone structure of the man inside the Anguirus suit? This is what they expected. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna see it, dude. Here we go. Oh, God, what the f was that? Wait, hold up. Oh, that's freaky, bro. That looks freaky as shit. Ollie, send me a screenshot of that. I might use this for a thumbnail. My lights just turned off. I was just talking to Ollie. Oh. Wait, Alexa? Please tell me it was you. It's not turning. My phone's in my pocket, bro. Look. My phone's in my pocket. I was talking to Ollie when the lights came off. They are not controlled by my light switch because they're connected to like different sockets. I have to literally go in here to the Hue app and turn them on. See, I shouldn't have gone with Sam and Colby to that jail in the insane asylum. I don't like this, man. All right. This is what they found. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm scared about the fucking lights. All right, let's see what they found. Show me. Is he gonna look like a turtle? Is he gonna have like a big turtle butt? Like, is his butt turned into a shell? All right, hold up. This one is not as creepy as the Godzilla one. Oh, his ass turned into a tail. Just think about this for a second. Homie turned into Jack Black. Yeah, okay. This one's not as freaky because it just looks like the character drawn white. But like his front lips just went like this, like that, and then his upper lip went like that. We went like this. So now he looks like homie just got fucking lip fillers. Okay, this one is called the Godzilla Encounter of 1962. Alright, so he's just like stomping through shit. The Titanic terrifying battle of the mightiest monsters of all time. Hell yeah. Oh shit! It's King Kong and Godzilla!
Blazing a trail of terror to his Japanese homeland.
I didn't know King Kong went to Japan to f shit up, bro.
See Godzilla this.
Why is he doing that? What the f? Why does it look like that? Esto no me gusta nada. Don't jump scare me though. If you jump scare me, I'll be upset. I'm actually like uneasy with the lights turning off and shit. Oh, bro, it's like when you get drunk at a bar and the girl just throws up on you. Like, oh. With the man in the suit being the only Godzilla suit at the time, they used him for the next film. Oh, right. So I forgot. There's a man in the suit. It's still the same character. There's still, with King Kong being an American film, the man in the suit wasn't having it. Right. This is where I come in. Oh shit. Wait. I will be hiding my eyes and my name for me and my family's safety. Why? Is the man in the suit still alive? I was put into the job being the cameraman. They told me what happened before and told me to stay quiet about it or I would be arrested. But the truth needs to come out somehow. Oh, we have a whistleblower. He's probably gonna die. The man in the suit wasn't happy making a movie with the Americans. Why not? What'd they do, bro? Toho producers forced him to look more appealing to a younger audience. But he's a f***ing lizard now. He wasn't happy with how this all played out. Well, okay, tough luck. He had a very bad dislike towards the actor in the King Kong suit, Soichi Hirose. But I thought he was an American actor. He either thought Shoichi was a traitor for portraying an American monster, right, or saw something in him. He knew he wasn't a big fan of the Americans. He would roar at them and try to attack them. We treated him like a lion at the zoo. Holy f***. Okay, so Shoichi was it was a Japanese actor who was playing King Kong. That's why he was mad at him. We had to film one more scene. I was instructed not to stop filming. The script was for after destroying the big building, he would act to use his atomic ray. It did not go as planned. What did he do? The man in the suit would push Shoichi Hirose off the cliff, and I had to record it all. Oh shit. It's like, it's so uncanny, like thinking that there was a struggle in the water, splashing as one of them frantically tried to get out of the other's grasp. Is he just gonna drown the actor? Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Only one of them ever rose from the water. It was the man in the suit. Well, he's not in the suit. He's not a man in the suit anymore. Homie's now just Godzilla. Godzilla's real. Godzilla is fucking real, muchachos. I was sick to my stomach, not wanting to know what he had done to Shoichi Hirose. I got my other camera and ran. No mames. I tried to leave the long corridors of the Toho studio, wanting to take a quick breath of fresh air, but I heard screams from the room I had left. The power went out. My power went out. I used the flash of my camera trying to look around frantically, trying to find an exit. I heard someone's footsteps walking towards me. I thought it was an employee. I took a photo wanting to find an exit quick. Really? It wasn't an employee. What was it? It was the man in the suit. What was the photo? I don't like that, bro! I don't like that, fool. Damn, that's actually freaky. So what happened to the cameraman? Did he die? Because if you see watch the man in the suit, you're probably not gonna survive. The man in the suit looks angry. Should we even be calling him the man in the suit? This is just Godzilla now. It's just typical Godzilla behavior. 7-foot Godzilla, the 6-foot one, the little guy. What's interesting about this is how he's obviously lost himself to the suit, potentially even becoming Godzilla himself. Right? So how is he still comprehending speech? And also, if you're motherfucking Godzilla, why would you want a job? Just go destroy shit. Why are you still clocking in at the movie studio filming movies? Just biting other actors. Just go swim in the ocean or something. Go just bite a whale or whatever the Godzilla does underwater. Go splash around in a sewer underneath New York City. There's plenty of options. All right, here, let's keep watching. This is the next one. This one is called Depiction of Growth. I was startled by the first encounter of the man in the suit. It made me more curious than ever. It might harm me for doing this, but I need answers. So I've gone to one of my friends who was smart with this stuff. Okay, hold up. Who is smart with this stuff? I won't name her, so I'll call her Eliza. I called her, but she was in the middle of teaching her class, but she would still call me in the suit. How please react to the man in the suit. Video 6 asking Eddie to react to the man in the suit. Please watch the man.
Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eye.
I recorded the section of the call.
The thing is, whatever this was caused wasn't from a pill. This is something else. Oh, God. This is the work of radiation. Holy shit. The man in the suit doesn't fuse with the suit instantly. His body explodes in the suit, then it reshapes itself in the suit. How do I explain this? Imagine a cream-filled donut. Without the cream, it's mostly a flat donut. That was the suit before, but because of the filling. The man, it basically filled up all the space. But him and a cream-filled donut are different. The cream and donut are separate entities. There is a barrier so they don't mix. The man in the suit, however, his skin, his flesh, his bones, it's fusing with the suit. His teeth would be the suit's. Whatever he took. It's mutating him. It's making him more like a creature than a human. Soon he will have animalistic properties, like using its teeth more effectively, and would be able to control his tail. You said his eyes could move, and that they are bloodshot? But in this photo, his eyes flashed back. Human eyes don't do that. You need to try and put him down. If not, it is probably too late for mankind.
Okay, so that... Okay, she said something about him mutating to the point that he looks like a beast. Well, I mean, he looks like the suit, right? He looks like Godzilla. I questioned what he would look like when he is fully mutated. She corrected me. There is no stopping point for the mutation. She then told me to go to M-Artist and gave me a description that I sadly forgot now. I told them to make the art and they compiled my Japanese would be a bit rusty because I thought I asked for 1 drawing but got 3. Here are the drawings. Well, Japanese people would probably do that. They would just give you more because they're nice. Okay, that just looks like Godzilla in future movies. That one actually looks pretty creepy. And that one is just... And that's it for that one. All right, so I thought that the man was already fully transformed, but he isn't yet. He's still fusing, he's still growing. And if his body literally exploded inside of the suit, how can he still be conscious enough to continue to have a 9-to-5 job at the movie studio? Well, I mean, I'm just a silly dude.
Alright, that's gonna be enough for today. If you like this, drop a subscribe. I'll come back at you with another video.